Hi guys, how are you doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because I'm going to be testing out the Fenty Beauty foundation for y'all, and this is actually going to be the start of a new series on my channel where I test out the lightest shade of things, and this is completely inspired by Nyma Tang. If you don't know who she is, I will link her channel down below and do the little information bubble wherever it is. Basically, she is a fellow YouTuber who has very deep dark skin, and she does the darkest shade series, and I really love watching her. And I think that her series is really cool because it automatically pulls in the people who always go for the darkest shade and they're wondering, is it going to be dark enough? Is it going to work for me? And for me, on the opposite end, you know, I always go for the lightest shade. Like I said, completely inspired by her. Her details will be down below, but if you have any foundations that you would like me to try out, then just let me know in the comment section. So I ordered my Fenty stuff online when it launched, and I was definitely annoyed with myself because I didn't realize that it would be in store, and by the time I've gotten it, there's probably like millions of videos on YouTube about Fenty Beauty. But then yesterday I went to get the package, and it was huge. It was a humongous Sephora package. I'll show you guys. Look how big this Sephora box is. Like, this is the biggest one I've ever gotten. And so I was like, what the heck? All I ordered was a foundation and a primer. You guys, look what they did to me. They sent me the entire unit of the foundation. I have 6 bottles of the shade 100. So I thought it was hilarious when I opened up the package. So I gave one to my sister, I'm giving one to my mom, keeping some for myself, sending one to my really great friend Marixa, which we met through YouTube. So her skin's gonna be on point too. And then I'm also going to be doing a giveaway in this video. So if one of y'all want to win this foundation, then just keep watching because I will talk about the giveaway rules in a little bit. I just realized that this bottle says shake well before you use it, and I did not shake at all. I got shade 100, which is described on the Sephora app as for very fair skin with neutral undertones. I actually found out after the fact that Rihanna created the lightest shades with people who have albinism in mind, or albinism. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, but if you don't know, that's people who are born with no pigment and they have very fair skin. So I was definitely nervous about the shade being too light, but y'all will see in the demo that it works for me. So are you surprised? So really quickly, I did some swatches of the Fenty Beauty foundation in comparison with other foundations that I have on hand with me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert those now just for reference for y'all. So this first one right here is the Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 100. Next to that is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Porcelain. This next one here is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation in the shade Fair. This is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in the shade N10. This right here is the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick in the shade Y205. And this one right here is the Makeup Forever HD foundation stick in the shade Y225. So this foundation claims to be medium to full coverage for all, long wear, and light as air. So if you guys want to see how it applied and then see a wear test throughout the day, then just keep watching. So the moment is finally here. I'm so excited to get this foundation on my face. But before we start, I'm gonna go in with a primer on just half so we can see if it makes a difference for this foundation. I'm gonna be using my favorite primer at the moment, which is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. On one side of my face, I'm going to use a damp sponge. This is from Loreal. And on the other side, I'm going to use the Sigma F80. This is the first foundation I've ever bought online where I was genuinely scared that it was going to be too light. But it does dry down on your face just a little bit darker, kind of like paint. Okay, I did 4 pumps because the pumps look very small. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit on this side of my face. Coverage. The color looks nice. So the color looks pretty neutral. It looks just a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but it seems to match my neck really well. It's really flawless. Of course, I don't have super problematic skin, so I don't know how helpful I can be in that aspect, but I really like the color, and from what I can see right now, it's sitting really flawlessly on my skin. Go ahead and do the other side, which some of this foundation looks like it's drying on my hand. So I feel like I went in with a little bit less product on this side because I don't know if you guys can see, it like already dried down like the first layer on my hand. So I really can't pick that up with my brush. So I think I'm gonna go in with just another pump to be fair. I didn't even like do a full pump, just like a little tiny bit extra. So right off the bat, I think I like the sponge side just a little bit more. Really, there's not a huge difference for me. It's not a foundation where I'm like, I have to use a sponge. I feel like I could definitely do either and be happy. I would not call this foundation full coverage because I can see all of my freckles peeking through. So I feel like if you had acne, you would probably have to go in and spot conceal. This wouldn't cover everything. But I really, really like the color. I feel like it matches my neck really good. So getting all up close and personal with this mirror, I would say that it does look really nice still. It definitely blended into my skin. It's not just sitting on top. It's not like emphasizing my texture personally, but I do think that some parts look a little bit dry, like especially above my lip. I've got like a little bit of peach fuzz. I mean, nothing like mustachy, but I don't shave my face or anything. I'm not about that life, so I feel like it's emphasized that just a little bit. My nose looks a little bit dry, but I know that this foundation is more for oily skin, and obviously I'm dry. So my check-in time is gonna be 8:12. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm almost finished with my makeup, but I wanted to come back really quick so I could show you the other Fenty Beauty products that I have in action. So the first thing that I'm going to be using is the Fenty Beauty Killawatt Highlighter in the shade Metal Moon. So here's what the highlighter looks like. In the pan, it just looks like a plain white shade, but online it was described as having a shift of gold, but it's very, very like sheer. Like I just swatched it on my hand here. You guys can see it's so sheer. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Morphe M501. Like you can see it just a little tiny bit. It's so subtle that when the light hits it, it has like just a slight glow. But when my face is forward, it just looks matte. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not impressed by this highlight, and I'm going to be returning it when I go to Sephora this weekend. So I'm using it one last time just to show you. I mean, if you had oily skin and you had natural oils and stuff like that, then maybe you would like this, because it would just be like an actual like subtle little highlight, and then your natural oils would make your skin look healthy. But for me, my skin is so dry that I like overcompensate by highlighting a ton. I don't know, it's just not worth it to me. But even if you are into super subtle highlights, there's a little bit of glitter in this too, which kind of counteracts. Like if I'm gonna have a glitter in my highlight, you'd think it would be like bam, it wouldn't be like a subtle highlight with glitter. So, and then for lips today, I'm going to be using the Fenty Glow lip gloss. This is my favorite thing from the collection. It feels so good. It's like a chapstick and a lip gloss had a baby. It's my favorite. It's so glossy and just so pretty. I love the tone. I would not double dip this wand. I feel like the amount that comes out is the perfect amount to cover your entire lips. And I mean, I have decently full lips, and I feel like I could get everything with what was on the wand. And I feel like if you keep going back in and you use like extra product, it would be a little like too thick, but just one layer is so pretty. This is like the best thing in the collection. That's like, if you're gonna get anything, I recommend getting the lip gloss. Time is now 8:59 and all my makeup is done, but I will have everything linked down below. I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I only concealed right here underneath my eyes. I did not spot conceal any other part of my face, so all of the coverage is the foundation. And then I went ahead and took my RCMA No Color Powder and I just set underneath my eyes, a little tiny bit on my nose, and then my smile lines, but I did not set my face anywhere else. Alright, so now let's talk about the foundation. It looks pretty. The coverage is really nice. I really like the color. As far as how it's sitting on my skin, I do think that it looks just a little bit dry. I definitely in the future want to experiment with different primers, different moisturizers underneath. Also definitely end up playing with the foundation and mixing it in with other foundations just to see like different combos that I can do, but it's not clinging to anything really. So overall I do like it. Here's what my skin looks like. Hopefully you guys can see. Just a little bit of like dryness on my nose really, and right here. So I figured I would talk about the giveaway really quickly. Basic rules: you need to be in the United States, you need to be 18 or older or with parental permission. Please don't enter if you don't think you're going to be able to get use out of this foundation, but the rules are pretty simple. Just be subscribed to my channel and comment down below something that you love about yourself, because self-love is extremely important and you should love yourself. So leave something about yourself that you love or you appreciate, and that's basically it. I will leave the date that the giveaway ends in the description box because I'm not sure right now, but that's all for this part of the video. So I will check in with you guys in a few hours and we can see how the foundation is doing. Hi guys, so I'm back for my check-in. It is like baby toy central behind me, so sorry about that. And my little guy is just crawling everywhere, so let's see if we can actually do a check-in. Want to say hi to the camera? Want to say hello? Is that you up there? Is that you? You're such a cutie. So it is now 12:37 and my foundation has been on for over 4 hours, more like 4.5 now. Also, my lip gloss was on for this entire time too, and you guys can see it's pretty much worn off, but it does have just a little bit of glow in the center left, which is not bad considering it's been 4.5 hours. And I ate a piece of cake and I had a glass of milk, so I was drinking like with a cup obviously, and that's what's left of the lip gloss. But let's look nice and up close and see how the foundation's doing. So the foundation actually looks pretty much the same right now. It still looks just a little bit dry in those areas I mentioned, but it is not wearing off at all. The coverage still looks really nice. It doesn't look any more dry. It really looks the same for 4.5 hours. It looks great. Also, you guys, this highlight. I know I was complaining about it before, but I was editing my footage and I was like, it looks so pretty on camera. I feel like it just took a few minutes to like really sink in and like glow. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it looks so pretty right now. Which I'm like, do I really need this highlight? No. Is it really anything different than what I have? No. But it does look really nice. Maybe I'm not gonna return it. I don't know, you guys. So far I'm impressed, and I will check back in a few more hours. Hi guys, so I'm back for my final check-in. It is now 6:22. So I've been wearing this foundation for a little bit over 10 hours now. And let's just go ahead and see how it looks. I do see a little bit of creasing right here. But overall, the spots that looked dry to begin with, they still don't look like amazing, but it didn't get like extra dry. Like sometimes I wear a matte foundation and at the end of the day my skin looks like it's like dying and it needs like revival. But this does not look like that at all. It does look like the soft matte finish that they claim. I'm actually surprised it really hasn't worn off anywhere, especially because my son was sitting there like playing with my face, pulling at it. The highlighter you really can't see anymore at all. Like the glow is almost completely gone. So the wear time for that is not as good. But overall the foundation looks really, really good for 10 hours of wear. So I give the foundation a thumbs up. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can really see what my skin looks like. So So that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to enter the giveaway and also leave any other foundations you guys want me to test out for this new series. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a big thumbs up, and I will hopefully see y'all in the next one. Bye.